Madam President.
Senator from Wyoming.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, I rise today during Police Week to pay tribute to Sergeant Nevada Krinke. Here he is, Madam President. He's a member of the police force in Sheridan, Wyoming. He was a beloved officer in Sheridan. He was well known for his selflessness. His colleagues would tell you he always put others first. His death in February of this year in the line of duty was absolutely tragic, and it shook our state. Sergeant Krinke was the first officer in Wyoming since 1997, the first one this century to die by homicide in the line of duty. It's actually the first line of duty death in the history of the Sheridan Police Department. Sergeant Krinke made the ultimate sacrifice for the community that he loved and the community that he swore to protect. He was only 33 years old. In March, I attended his funeral in Sheridan, Wyoming. It was so large they had to move it to the community college, to the great auditorium there, the field house. What moved me was the outpouring of folks from all around the community, as well as the state, as well as the country. They were there to honor Sergeant Krinke, but also to be there to support his wife, Carla, and their young daughter, Bella. More than 1,800 people attended in the community of Sheridan, Wyoming. They flooded in from across Wyoming and from across the country. Many of them who were there to mourn his death and honor his family had never actually met Sergeant Krinke. It was the largest single event in Sheridan, Wyoming in 40 years. 40 years ago, Queen Elizabeth visited Wyoming and had a similarly sized turnout. Law enforcement officers traveled from every corner of our state. They came from tiny towns. They also came from big cities across the West. All came to pay their respects to the man and to their brother in uniform. As police cars escorted the family to the memorial service, citizens of Sheridan, Wyoming lined the streets of the community, 4 deep, waving American flags. Absolutely beautiful to behold. One of the newspaper reporters asked a man from Wyoming who'd driven over 100 miles to be there why he came that far to attend the funeral. After all, this is somebody that never met or actually had never heard of Sergeant Krinke before he had been killed. He responded, "I stand for those who have stood for us, and I will until the day I die." Well, Madam President, that says a lot about the people of Wyoming through and through. One of the greatest blessings of our great nation is the men and women of law enforcement. Police officers have one of the most dangerous and demanding jobs in our nation, and they do it with competence and with compassion. Today, officers need to deal with dangerous criminals, and they often do it in the face of continuous criticism. It's alarming. Police officers across the country are coming under attacks from criminals and the soft-on-crime politicians who coddle them. Sadly, more police officers have been killed or injured by gunfire in the line of duty in 2023 than ever before. Politicians who support criminals rather than police and demonize and defund the police hold responsibility. The police, as a result, have been demoralized and endangered. We also see crime, violent crime right now in America at a record high. Compared to 2019, murders are up 17%. Aggravated assaults are up 8%. Let me be clear, defunding the police has made our communities less safe. For police officers, it had turned the badges on their sleeves sometimes into targets on their back. Law enforcement officers love their communities. They love enough to give their lives to protect those communities. These are incredible men and women. To me, each one is a hero, and we are grateful for each and every one of them. They wear the badge, they protect our communities, despite all the risks. To me, it's the definition of selflessness. To the men and women of law enforcement, you are everyday heroes, and you are among us every day. Thank you, Madam President. I yield the floor.